And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
I get all kinds of games that come in, and I get to try out different games, and a lot of games, as you see, stick on the shelves behind me. But if you watch these videos over any length of time, you'll see that some games disappear off the shelves behind me, never to return. As many games come in as go out. I'm not here to collect games. I don't want to keep games if they're good, or sometimes even great. I don't always keep the good games. But I got this game in the mail. I wasn't expecting it, and it's called Monkey Dash. That sounds interesting, and has an interesting shaped box, although this is the kind of box that's annoying to fit on a shelf. But I have lots of annoying boxes that I fit on my shelves regardless because of how good they are. So when I opened up this Monkey Dash game and saw that much of the game is taken with this packaging material, which really irritates my wife because you can see it gets all over the place. And the only reason it's here now is so I can show you in the review that it comes in the game. So if you're going to get the game, get rid of that. But once I took all that out, all that packing material out, look at what is left in the game. We have this much stuff. This is what comes in this box. So the box is really unnecessary except to drop these shavings everywhere and annoy me. But we can overlook that. How good is the game? Look at it. Monkey Dash is a two-player game, and this is what the board setup looks like. Each player has a supervisor starting in one corner, and then they have a monkey who starts in the other corner. Apparently, you're not supposed to have a monkey in your factory. You're supposed to get your monkey out, hoping that the big boss catches your opponent's monkey in the factory, not you. Each turn, players have 4 action points that they can spend. These action points can be used in various ways. They can move their supervisor, not diagonally but orthogonally, that costs 1 action point. Or they can mess around with these crates. For example, this guy here can move a crate, rotating that crate around him for 1 action point each. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 action points. Or he can push an action crate for 2 action points, but he moves onto it. So let's say he wanted to push his crate towards me. 1 to move the crate, another to move him. And that's all well and good. Why are we pushing and rotating these crates? Because you are trying to get a monkey onto the crate. So when a monkey gets onto a crate, in fact monkeys can go anywhere they want, but they won't go on the floor. They will only go on top of these crates. So you've got to move these crates to where the monkeys are, and then monkeys will get on top of the crate. Now you can move the crate with a monkey on, but that costs more action points. It costs 3 action points to move a monkey on another crate. But if you can set the crates up in a row, the monkey can move on them, and the monkey can move diagonally. In fact, if the monkey moves on 3 crates in a straight line, for example here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 crates, that only costs 1 action point. And that's what's called a Monkey Dash. Woo-hoo-hoo! Alright, so that only costs 1 action point to do that. Then there's some power cards. These power cards can be played on your turn, and they're free to play, but they cost 1 action point to take more of these cards. And you'll see here, your monkey refuses to move this turn. You give that to somebody else on their turn. You're feeling sleepy. Spend only 2 action points this turn. So the game is basically going to be this abstract strategy game. I'm sorry, I know there's a theme to the game, but there's an abstract strategy version here of basically just trying to get your monkey to the other corner. There is an advanced method which has bananas in it, and players start with these bananas, and they can put them on the floor, which will cause the supervisor to slide over them, which you can use, I guess, to help yourself slide to where you want to go, or make your opponent slide to where he doesn't want to go, so you can throw these bananas. Now, the rules say you can take the power cards out, so the game becomes a pure strategy game. But if you look at the game as it is, even with the cards added, it really is strategic that way anyway. So, you're moving, playing cards. The cards aren't really that powerful, and you're just trying to move your monkey, and after a long, arduous time, you finally will get your monkey to the spot where he can jump over here, as long as your opponent doesn't do it first. You know, once I set up the board and I saw the idea of getting the monkey out of the factory, I thought, That's a pretty neat idea. The whole, you have 4 action points to spend in your turn. Okay, we've seen that before. The throwing the bananas in the 4, that's a neat idea. But you know, in execution, it's just arduously boring. I mean, I really wanted to like the game. I really want to, but I'm moving. I get 4 action points. So I move 3 spaces, move a crate. Your turn. I move 2 spaces, I move a crate. And I guess if you look at it from the perspective of a chessboard, and there you only get to move 1 piece, and here you get to do 4 things. But still, it's just all about getting the monkey from one spot to another. There's no alternate paths to victory. There's nothing to watch out for. It's just an obvious thing. Get the monkey over here. You can see what your opponent's doing. You can mess him up very easily, and he will do the same to you, which will make the game go on forever. And I don't want a game like this to go on forever. I want it to be fun, fast, and light. And when it's called Monkey Dash, it should be quick, easy, simple. This game is simple. It's easy, it's just not quick, and it's not exciting either. So I really can't recommend this one. I don't know anybody really who would be enthusiastic, even the guys who like pure abstracts, maybe, but it just seems like the strategic depth isn't here either.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.